I'm so happy to see you. And I was just talking to some friends, and I said, Salima, it's so good to see you. And I was like, today is 12 years off of sugar. I said to them, I want to tell you guys that because I don't know, I just wanted to tell somebody. And I said, I was thinking about going live about it. What do you think? And my friend Michelle was like, if you know her, she's amazing. She's like, that's a small 7th grade child. Of course you have to go live about that. And she's so right. She's so right. I get a little nervous about anniversaries because it took me so long to get some flow of time, and so, I just want to say it's so possible, and I do it so imperfectly, and I just make sure that I never, ever, 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 ever give up on myself. I think that's like, if I could think about one thing I wanted to say right now, it's like, number one, for those of you struggling, which is so many people, it is so hard, and it's about I'm down the road 12 years, and I just want to say, never is there a day in my life that I think I should go back. So I'm just a bit further down the road from you saying, this is the best place on earth. Come join me. Come join me. And I think, I've been in addictions therapist a long time, and we just never ever know which time is going to be the time that we get it, and that's really why, like, we never ever ever give up on ourselves. Like, that's the commitment that you have to make. Because I want to say this thing that really my fellow bingers will understand, because if I knew that 12 years ago was going to be my last binge, like, promise you this, I would have added so much more food. You know what I mean? If you know, is what I'm saying. If you know, you know. And it's an amazing life. And I like really never binge. And I, don't eat sugar and flour gratefully. I think it's such a privilege to be in this recovery. I think it's amazing that I know what my problem is, and then I know what my solution is, and then I'm working on it. And I don't know. And I'm just so grateful is what I am. And I think, maybe the thing I'm most grateful for is that this unsolvable problem, I thought this problem was unsolvable. And in the solution, I get to like meet all of you amazing people in all of these communities and get to connect with you, and maybe even get to be a little bit helpful. So if you want to do something for me for my anniversary today, I love a gift. No, I actually don't love gifts. I love to give gifts, but I don't love gifts. But if you want to do something for me for anniversary today, this is what I'd want you to do for me. I just want you to make this pledge. And I talk about this in Breaking Up with Sugar. It's chapter 2. It's like, before I even talk about food, I ask you to take a sacred vow. And the sacred vow is that you make this promise to never, ever, 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 ever give up on yourself. Like, you never stop trying, because you never, ever know which time is going to work. And then maybe you're 12 years down the road with a completely different life. I was thinking this morning while I was eating my breakfast, how like that was just going to be enough food until lunch. And like, what an absolute miracle that was. I would sit there. Thank you. I would sit there and I would be like, I need more food than this. I need more food. There's no way. How am I even going to I couldn't even get to lunch. I would have to eat big, huge salads the size of my face, because I was so scared that I was like never going to be full. And for me, and this might not be your story, but for me, breaking up with sugar was the key to the castle. The key to the castle. And then I had to learn how to deal with feelings. And then I had to fill up that gaping hole that sugar was holding with beautiful life and so many other things. But promise you this, best thing I ever did. And I do it exactly as I tell you to do it, right? I have a beautiful support group. I love my skills. In fact, there is a bubble bath, not a bubble bath, but a bath with beautiful essential oils in my future this evening. I ask for help when I need it. During COVID last year, I had to go back into treatment with Nikki Glantz, who I wrote Breaking Up with Sugar with, and that was humbling. But it's just a beautiful, peaceful relationship with food is possible. It takes some bravery. It takes some imperfection. It takes some self-forgiveness. It takes some self-compassion. It takes asking for help. At least this is my experience of it. I don't know. Maybe you're just like, bippity boppity, I'm good. And bless you. I mean, tell me more about that. But, to me, this idea that I don't binge anymore, I don't harm myself with food anymore. It's enough food. I don't know. It's just a real miracle. And I wanted to share it with everybody because I think can get really small sometimes. So I'm so grateful to my friends that are like, what are you talking about? You're always on live. Like, why don't you want to talk about this? I get a little bit like a ball player. Like, I don't want to say it out loud, but I'm here saying it out loud. I'm owning it. I'm stepping into my power, as I would tell every single one of you to do. And you know what else, friends? It's Sunday. And Sundays can get scary. And I just want to say that too. The other thing I want to say, which then I maybe will be done. But the other thing I want to say, which I talked about in my love letter today, which is the weekly letter I write to people on my email list, which you can get if you go to mollycarmel.com. The other thing I stay far away from is forever. Like, I couldn't piece together a day and a half without binging. And I even had somebody who was like spiritually guiding me be like, stop counting. You're addicted to starting over. And she was like, so right. I was so scared of failing myself that I like couldn't stop failing myself. We're talking about this a lot in the work that we're doing right now in divorcing dieting. And actually next Sunday, if you want to come, we're having an amazing workshop about divorcing dieting. And I was really stuck in that trap. And I just stopped. I just stopped counting. And I just every day just tried to do my best. And I pieced together, I think 54 days. And then I started counting. And I'd never done anything good for myself for 54 days, ever, 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 ever. And then 54 days, I guess, became, I don't know, 6 months became a year. And then it's like all of a sudden it's 12 years. And at this point, it's like I'm guarding it with my life. For myself, for you, for everybody in my life, really. It doesn't benefit anyone if I go back to my old ways. And it's just a better life. It's imperfect. And so is the way I behave. And I'm just all about not, if there's a hiccup, I check it out. I'm compassionate. I'm curious. And I make a plan to make it not happen again. And here we are, 12 years later, a totally different life. As my friend Michelle said, my recovery is a 7th grader and she is rocking. So anyway, listen, if you're struggling, there's hope. For my anniversary, I would like for you to please just promise me you're not going to give up on yourself by any means. And I'm going to talk about this on live on Thursday, but somebody wrote me a DM about being in a weight loss program or a program where she just doesn't feel it. And the other thing I would say is listen to your soul all of the time. Listen to your soul. Your soul knows what's up, especially when it comes to diet drama and trauma. And the third thing I will say in conclusion is that I love you all. Thank you so much for even watching me right now. It's amazing. I love you all. I'm grateful. I'm grateful for the work I get to do with all of you. I'm grateful for this life. I'm grateful again to know I am so privileged to know what my problem is and what my solution is today. And I'm so grateful to be living in it. So that's all I got. And if someone hasn't told you that they love you today, I love you very much from the bottom of my heart and soul. And that's it. Bye.